Hello friends, my name is Koolio and welcome back to the channel, and today guys we are taking a first look impressions video for a brand new collectible card game that just went into open beta as of yesterday. This game is available for Android, iOS, as well as Steam. This game is called Mythgard, and this game is freaking cool. Now it's very similar to games like Hearthstone and Magic the Gathering. In fact, they actually bring those games up when you're going through the tutorial. It's like, have you ever played those games before? And you're like, yes, obviously I have. This game, it's got a couple of different interesting mechanics behind it, but I think the biggest draw to this game is the amazing world that it's created. It's like this futuristic fantasy cyberpunk style. It is amazing. So you've got things such as like Valkyries right here. You can take a look at the card art where they she's on this like motorcycle bike. You've got this dude doing crazy magic technology stuff. You've got vampires, you've got werewolves, you got freaking Jotun coming out of nowhere, just like walking by a gas station in the middle of like the desert. Oh man, I absolutely love the like concept and the world that this game has created. I was like immediately drawn into it. Another thing I gotta point out too is the art for the cards is fantastic. And some of them actually have like hidden art behind them. Like when you summon them, there's a different art style than what the card looks like. For example, this center one right here, Forlorn Spirit. If I tap on it, you can see the art. Now, if I go and I zoom in all the way, it actually has hidden art off to the side. Now, that hidden art is actually what appears when you actually jump into the game. But I'm telling you guys, like, if you're looking for like a really dark, gritty, collectible card game with freaking side naps werewolves, this is the game for you. So we're gonna head on back. There is a huge story behind the game too, where you can go and you can play through the story. And here's the story right here. There's a whole bunch of different stages you can kind of progress through. What we're gonna do is we're gonna just jump into this next story right here so you guys can kind of experience a little bit about it. And then if we have enough time, we'll do like maybe a casual match. So it's got some pretty good voice acting, some awesome concept art. We'll just go ahead and let this play through.
Bring me more. I don't care what it costs. I want more God's blood, and I want it now. Bring me the Valkyrie.
Yeah.
She approaches already, Lord Ixion. Even now, she bludgeons her way to your doorstep.
Enyo, go discuss our dealings with the Storm Daughter. And get me more.
In the courtyard below, Ingrid opens negotiations.
Yeah.
You learned something
Freaking
about
crazy,
Storm
guy.
today. You learned that one way or another, I get what I'm owed. You learned that when a rider dies, the storm breaks you.
Yeah, I'm telling you guys, it's freaking sweet. So you got Valkyries, you got werewolves, you got vampires. It's so freaking cool. So Strigoi, Noble are the vampires. Ingrid is the character I'm currently playing through the story as of right now. Now this game has a really interesting system behind it. As you sacrifice cards, they get reshuffled back into your deck. You get 1 mana and then you get like 1 mana crystal. I don't exactly remember, or 1 gem, that's what it's called. You get gems of different colors, and then you get mana, which is colorless. So we're going to go ahead and drop down the God's Blood Transfusion. So now we get 1 colorless mana and 1 blue gem. Now you can mix and match decks, but you need a certain amount of gems per card. So I have some cards that cost 1 gem, 1 mana, such as the Grease Monkey. Now if I drop this down right here, it'll immediately block any of the targets within, right in front of it, front left and front right. So the 3 in front of it right here, in this spot, and then this vampire guy. And so he has to actually destroy my my Grease Monkey in order to attack me directly. So here we go. Let's go ahead. Opponent's next turn. Now it's really interesting because he can drop a monster on the other end of the field and attack me directly if I have no monsters there to protect myself. So he's dropping down some mana, some gems, and let's see what he's going to go ahead and summon. That is, I don't think I've seen that card before. An Ankle Biter. Triggers when dealing combat damage to a player. So he gets +2/+0 if he does combat damage to me. We're going to go ahead and drop down this Valkyrie Enforcer. It's a little bit too expensive for us as of right now. But that'll give us just enough to drop down our Valkyrie Tough. I'm going to drop her right here. Don't worry, she will still block that vampire guy from being able to attack me. Monsters do have summoning sickness in this game. There are also kind of cool enchantments. Now with like Magic the Gathering, when it comes to enchantments, they kind of like hang off to the side, or they're equipped specifically to a monster or an enemy. With this one, the enchantments are placed down in specific spots on the ground. So we're going to go ahead and send Valkyrie Enforcer back to our deck. Oh, it's already been burned. Never mind, I can't do that. We're going to send Storm Daughter back to our deck. So now we got 3 mana and 3 gems. I am going to... Shoot. I'm going to drop that one right there. Now, if I decide to attack with this one, I have to attack this vampire. Now, there are some cards that have like a guard ability where you have to attack that card. You can't attack any of the other monsters that are nearby it. Some of the other cards have abilities like if there's a monster next to it, it becomes like nimble, which means that nothing can attack it. I believe that's what the word's called, is nimble, for their abilities. Here we go. He just sent down Strigoi Pup. The Blood Moon. Now this guy is activating a magical ability I've actually never seen before, so that was cool. Can I see what that was? Blood Moon. Your minions have life tap and demise. Draw a card until the end of the turn. The controlling player gains life equal to the combat damage dealt. An ability that triggers when destroyed. Ooh. Now we can go ahead and start dropping down our own enchantments. I am going to go ahead and drop down Honed Edge. Right there, enchanting her, attacking that guy. We're going to go ahead and burn our other Valkyrie Enforcer card. Hone Edge to our other Valkyrie right here, and then I'm going to go ahead and attack them directly. So they can attack left, middle, or right. Go ahead and end my turn. 16-10. I actually really like this game. I think the gameplay itself is really nice. Now, I've played a collectible card game similar to this before where you like burn the cards, but the cards go immediately to your graveyard. I do like this one. It goes back to your deck, so you don't feel like you're wasting them. We can go ahead now and summon our Awaken Return a Minion in the opposite lane to its owner's hand. So we're going to go ahead and drop that down right here. It's going to send the one in the opposing lane back to his hand. And then I don't have any more basic mana, but I do have 2 crystals, but I don't have anything that doesn't cost 2 crystals. So now we can go ahead and attack directly and win that match. Boom, you won't die, we didn't. Yes, so again, I think the gameplay in this game is really, really good. The story, though, and the world that this game encapsulates, whatever that's called, I think is amazing. I would love to read like a novel set in this world. So we just won. We're actually going to head back to the main menu. We're going to open up a couple of packs. We're not going to bother with that. We can go to our store. Now you get basic silver or gold, which you can use to buy core packs. They give you a decent amount. It's not a lot, but now we have enough to go back to our collection and open packs. So here we go. So there are 6 elemental types: red, purple, orange, blue, green, and yellow. And you get cards of each of those types. You can combine them together if you want into different decks. Now, one thing that's kind of cool too is the game actually has, you have a couple of starter decks that you can play and try here and there when you're going through casual matches. Or they actually have like community built decks that they highlight like every single day that you can try out, which is so cool. So here we go. Ooh, what the heck? This is the Matryoshka. I don't think I can look at it. I can't zoom in on it right here. This is, I don't even know what this is. I don't think I've seen this before. It's cool. We got Field of Poppies. Minions in the opposing 3 lanes have Fragile 1, increases damage taken by 1. We got our rare card which is an Indrik Beast. Big unicorn rhino glowing hair. Has warded, cannot be damaged or destroyed outside of combat. And Overrun, when attacking a minion, excess damage carries over to the defending player. So you can see this one costs 8 basic mana and then 2 green gems. So some of them get really, really expensive. Stone Mother has Defender, which is that defensive ability I was telling you about. Magpie Commando, and then we got Vicious Cycle, a death spell. Let's go ahead, open up our next pack. Now, I haven't seen like any kind of holographic stuff in this game or like really rare cards, so it would be really cool if we saw one. So here's a double one, Trained Jaguar. This is yellow and red. It's a lurker and it's got Swift, gets an additional move action each turn. We got our first rare card here. This one I think might be really rare because it's got the yellow symbol up in the top right. Xerxian Hideout is a desert enchantment. Wendish Giant. Look at this. Like, those are cars and it's like a giant standing in the middle of the road. I don't know why I like the story of this so much. I think it's so cool. Academy Recruitments, Synapse Overclock, and Melpomene Muse. Let's go ahead and open up our last pack. Whoa, I don't think I've seen it do that before. Xerxian Observer. As Agile, looks pretty cool. We got a rare card, Garden of Eerie. If an occupying minion dies, return it to its owner's hand and its mana cost gets increased by 2 permanently. Simargl Hatchling. I do love the fact that if you go to the collection, you can actually zoom in on these cards. I love that, because like, when it comes to card arts for like Hearthstone and Magic the Gathering, it's all about how cool the card art looks. Raid the Tombs, some kind of cat person with a machine gun. This is, whoa, what the heck? Okay, we got a full art. I didn't know you could get full arts in this. Whoa, that's freaking sweet. Cannot attack unless another minion is adjacent. This is the Aimless Vessel. That looks so freaking cool. I didn't know you could get full arts. Great, now I'm gonna get even more addicted to this game. Well guys, I think I'll go ahead and end the video right there. I don't want to take up too much time, but if you guys want to see some gameplay of this in the future, let me know down below in the comment section. If you guys are playing it, let me know what you think about it. I think it's great. I think this is a fantastic card game. You know, similar to Magic, similar to Hearthstone, but it's got its own twist, its own world behind it. I think it's so cool. Well guys, my name's Koolio. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you did, hit the like button. It helps out so much. Comment down below your favorite popcorn. I don't know. Also, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already so you guys can stay up to date in the latest in mobile gaming. Okay friends, my name's Koolio and I'll see you next time.